Good makeup morning. How are you? So today we're gonna do a how I do my foundation and concealer and all that jazz. So I've already lotioned and primed my face with the Tatcha Silk Canvas, which I absolutely love. So today we're going to be using the Milani foundation, L'Oreal concealers, Jeffree Star setting powder, and so on. I was about to go blah blah blah. So it's 5:18 in the morning right now. Yeah, I have to be at work at 6, so I'm probably gonna fast forward you through quite a few things, you know, like eyebrows, you know. So what I do is I usually just throw foundation onto the sponge, get my mirror so I can see what I'm working with. The Milani foundation, if you've never used it, has a slight fragrance to it, but it actually smells really good. It made me thinking to yourself, Christina, you look like a ghost. Don't worry, we'll fix that. And then I always like stretch out my nose a little bit. Get the inner corners. Don't get the inner corners. I woke up with that bad boy. So now I need to put some on my neck. And then I kind of look up when I'm doing my under eye. Then I go back into my forehead because I have very fine lines in my forehead. And so I just want to really kind of press that foundation into those fine lines. Really get rid of them. I also have forehead or eyebrow pro lines, I guess. I don't know. But the Tatcha Silk Canvas has been really doing a good job hiding those. Or getting rid of them, I guess. I don't know. I think that's the proper word. The Milani foundation, I would say, is a medium to full coverage. I wouldn't say she's absolutely full coverage. But she's not matte at all. She dewy foundation. Which, you know, I live for because I have dry skin, so. Alright. So this is right now my favorite concealer besides Jeffree Star, but I'm out of a Jeffree Star concealer. And he hasn't restocked yet. Sadness. So the next one is the Infallible by L'Oreal. I use the shade Ivory for the top coat. The only thing I will say about this is I don't like the applicator after it loses product. It is a little rough on my skin. Let me know if you've ever used this and you have the same problem. All right, let's bounce those in. So I always look up. I actually got that tip from Nikki Tutorials. And once again, really press the concealer into my forehead. Really. I have the most hardest time keeping any foundation on my nose. It's already 5:30. I didn't even get an eye looking today. That's fine. We're doing a foundation review or foundation video. So then I take same concealer, same brand, in the shade Porcelain, and then I just put it, I don't know why I keep putting my mirror down. I put it right there in my dark spots on my face, just to brighten it up. A little bit down my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow, a little bit right here. And then we blend in that. And as you can see, my eyebrows have kind of disappeared even more than normal. All right, so now for contour. Take the same brand of concealer, but now in this shade Walnut, which is that. And then I put, it has almost like a paint smell to it, but like a tiny bit of floral snuck on top of that. I know you're probably like, Christina, your face is so dewy still. Don't worry, we'll set it. We'll set it. So then I take the concealer and just go like that. Right on top of the acne. I felt it. So, and then I take a couple there, a couple there. Put a little contour on my nose. Obviously on the chin. And then take the contour side of the brush, of the sponge, and just blend my neck downwards. pulled out some hair. Alright. And then same thing, I pull down onto the contour. And then now I'm blending this part in. This is more of like a blending in, I don't pull this one down. Sorry if I'm looking off the camera. I apologize. So I'm pressing in my nose. I don't pull on the nose because foundation, everything falls off of it. So now I'm just going around moving my hair out of the way and pressing in foundation. And then I look back in my mirror and really get an idea of what's going on. Sometimes I leave my mouth open. Alright. So now that we have some contour bronze life into us, time to set it. Sometimes I take the foundation off my lips. Then we're going to go into our Jeffree Star concealer, or not concealer, setting powder. I'm not a baker. I decided that a long time ago. Now baking, if you don't know what baking is, as I've been told by at least a couple people, baking is when you leave the setting powder on for a longer period of time than you normally would to really define your face. Now, setting powder dries my face. So that's why I don't leave it on for very long. And when you have naturally dry skin, now look at the under eye and compare. Setting powder, no setting powder. It gives you such a flawless finish. Now I'm going to take a small powder brush and have a little bit more of the concealer on there. I'm going and really look up and stretch out those under eyes. I watched a video from one of my friends. Her name is Al Misty. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'll link her YouTube down below, but I watched one of her foundation put-ons and whatnot, and she's like, lift your eyes up, you get those creases, and I was like, oh, and ever since then, it looks so much better. So thank you for that. I see you need it. Now it's all depending on the type of day I'm having, because sometimes my foundation will separate at my forehead. I'm just cleaning up any extra powder. This is actually when I do eyebrows. So, Beverly Hills Brow Gel, e.l.f. Brow Pencil, and then Benefit High Brow Pencil. I got that one in a Ipsy Box Plus thing. Ooh, we are not gonna do an eye look today. That's okay. We'll be natural. All right. Now that we're done with that, thank God. So then I take my blush by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a blush trio. Cutest packaging in the world. You know. Ooh. So then I take the lightest shade there. And then I'm a weirdo and I just lightly tap it off and put a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my chin. And just, I like to blend it back in. I am so light skinned, I kind of have to have blush or I look dead. So there's that. Oh, I just looked at the time. It's 48. Alright, so I'm gonna take my Dior light to medium bronzer duo in the shade Sunlight and Suntan. So I take Suntan and just kind of redefine where I was contouring and then bring it back up here. This stuff is amazing. It does not stick or clump. So then I just stifle it into my hairline, define like I did on the other side. I basically also use it to like bring back up my contouring. So on my nose, I pinch the brush a little bit and just go down a little bit. You know, I don't have all the tools in the world. And also, you kind of don't need all the tools in the world. Let's be honest here. Who wants to clean all those brushes? I don't have somebody to clean all my brushes for me. So now we do highlighter. So I take my Mario Badquist skincare with cucumber, aloe, and green tea and spray that all over my face. You may be asking yourself, Christina, why are you doing that? Shouldn't you be doing setting powder? Ah, but you don't know my tricks and tips. Alright, so then I press it into my face. Alright, so now that's pressed into my face, I take a highlighter from Makeup Geek. What are we doing today? We are doing Starlight. In that shade, like look at that. I think I'm blinding you just by the pan itself. So then we take a fluffy highlighting brush, because this stuff is actually really powerful. So I tend to just go lightly over. See how powerful that is? Underrated highlighter, that's for damn sure. I also picked mine up on clearance at Target. So, alright, so then I take another highlighter brush, but way more compact, and then just go over my Cupid's bow, my arch on my eyebrow. Then I take the inside of the brush, because I don't need a lot on my nose, and then I kind of dab it back into that cheekbone part with the more compact side, you know. All right, and then I'd be coming to you guys with Good Makeup Morning and fresh, and be like, oh, it's Christina. That's how I do my foundation, contour, highlighter, whole 9 yards before I come and see you guys in the morning. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please give my video a like, a comment, ring the bell so you're notified every time I make a new video. I really enjoy doing this, so I'm going to keep on venturing on. If you enjoy what you do, it'll show in your work. And bye.